In 1 Kings chapter 14, the story unfolds in both the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah, revealing how the consequences of disobedience begin to take effect. The chapter opens with trouble in the house of King Jeroboam, whose son Abijah becomes seriously ill. Fearing for his son's life, Jeroboam tells his wife to disguise herself and go to Shiloh to visit the prophet Ahijah, the same prophet who had once told Jeroboam he would become king. Jeroboam hopes to receive good news about the child. His wife sets out with gifts, bread, cakes, and a jar of honey, hoping to conceal her identity. But the Lord has already revealed everything to Ahijah. Though the prophet is now old and cannot see, God tells him that Jeroboam's wife is coming in disguise. As soon as she enters, Ahijah recognizes her and delivers a message from the Lord. He reminds her of what God had done for Jeroboam, how he raised him up from among the people and made him ruler over Israel, tearing the kingdom away from the house of David. Yet Jeroboam did not follow God as David had. Instead, he turned to idols and led Israel into sin. Because of this, judgment is coming upon Jeroboam's house. Ahijah declares that every male in Jeroboam's family will be cut off, and his house will be swept away like refuse. Dogs will eat those who die in the city, and birds will feed on those who die in the country. Then the prophet gives a personal message about the child. He tells Jeroboam's wife that when she returns home and enters the city, the boy will die. Yet he will be the only one from Jeroboam's house to receive a proper burial, because something good was found in him toward the Lord. Ahijah also declares that God will raise up another king over Israel who will destroy Jeroboam's family. Israel itself will suffer, scattered beyond the Euphrates River, because of the sins Jeroboam introduced. Jeroboam's wife returns to Tirzah, and as soon as she steps into the house, the child dies, just as the prophet had said. The boy is buried, and all Israel mourns for him. Jeroboam continues to reign for 22 years, but his story moves toward its end. When he dies, his son Nadab becomes king in his place. The chapter then shifts to the southern kingdom of Judah, where Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, is ruling in Jerusalem. Rehoboam is 41 years old when he becomes king, and he reigns for 17 years in the city the Lord had chosen. But Judah also turns away from God. The people do evil in the sight of the Lord, even more than their ancestors. They build high places, sacred stones, and wooden poles on every high hill and under every green tree. There are even male shrine prostitutes in the land, reflecting the sinful practices of the surrounding nations. Because of this, in the 5th year of Rehoboam's reign, Shishak king of Egypt attacks Jerusalem. He carries off the treasures of the temple and the royal palace, including the gold shields Solomon had made. To replace them, Rehoboam makes shields of bronze and assigns them to the palace guards. There is constant conflict between Rehoboam and Jeroboam throughout their reigns, showing the lasting division between Israel and Judah. When Rehoboam dies, he is buried with his ancestors in the city of David, and his son Abijah becomes king in his place. This chapter marks a clear turning point. Both kingdoms, Israel under Jeroboam and Judah under Rehoboam, begin to experience the consequences of turning away from the Lord. The warnings given earlier are now becoming reality. Next comes 1 Kings chapter 15, where the reigns of Abijah and Asa in Judah are described, and the conflict between the two kingdoms continues.